hustle, move, evolve.
Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Do you feel that you have a good philosophy about money that you think you can share with others? Because everybody deals with money every day, whether it's in business or their livelihood or whatever. But to talk about money, do you feel that you bring something? See, money's that topic.
Yeah.
Money is that topic.
You know what? I think it's a great topic because I think that as you evolve, as you move on in life and you mature in whatever it is that you're doing, your perspective on money changes, I think. Right? So like for me, when I was not married and just doing my own thing, money was this thing where I need it in my hand so I could spend it. I need it in my hand so I could, get the next new Jordans or get the next new thing. But now when I see money, it's like, okay, how do I use this to keep it, to make my family eat, to make my children have a good life and my family have a good life and my mortgage and bills, and it's something that I want to have a lot of to have a good life, right? So it's not this thing where it's just hot in my hand and I need to get rid of it. I think as you mature, that money, the money that you have in your hand, in your possession, it changes. And hopefully as you mature, it changes to something that you use to benefit your life rather than just burn it, right? So you?
I think for the, and this is an assumption, but I think for who I believe is listening to our podcast, who it's tailored to, in terms of you're either an aspiring entrepreneur or you're an entrepreneur who's growing or in that scaling phase, you're out there or you're trying to get out there, just who I believe the demographic is that listens to us. I believe that enough money has passed through my hands that I can give a sound take on what it takes to attain it, because I have attained it, to lose it, because I've lost it, to invest it, because I've invested it, to squander it, because I've done that, and to also put it to use in a good way to help others. So I've done all of those things. Have I mastered them? Like you said, no, absolutely not. But I've handled money.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I can offer a good take on, or a good philosophy on the topic of money. And when I think about it, when I was just getting into business, first off, it was never about money for me. But I quickly realized that I'm gonna need it because money is this tool, right? Like, yeah, you're gonna need money if you're trying to build business. I thought, great idea, customer service, great charisma, all of that stuff is great, creative ideas and things like that. But then you get into this roadblock of money. So I quickly realized that I'm gonna have to take all these skills that I believe I have, and I need to get money from it somehow, right? That's where this hustle mentality, where it's like, dang, I'm gonna need this resource in order to get to the next stage. So I found creative ways of making money. But yet my focus still wasn't money. As I started to see some degree of success in business, money started to come. I don't think I was the best steward of it as it was coming in, because you're so young, you're making money, and you've never been trained on money. You don't really know, what is this thing that keeps coming in? You think it's just a result of what you're doing. A lot of people are trusting you with this resource, hoping that you're going to continue to build this and be responsible and accountable. I didn't know all of that. I'm just doing business. Money's coming in. Money's going out. More money's going out than money's coming in. Then you start to feel, the setback of that. Time's going on, and I'm realizing that I think I'm making some mistakes with this thing. You know what I mean? And
which we were told at a very young age.
Man, John.
It's pretty crazy.
So it's not that we didn't get trained on money or get a good foundation understanding of what money is. We got it.
You said the word. We squandered.
We squandered it.
Yeah.
We squandered it. Because it's, especially in business life, it's like, it's the shiny thing, right? Like, okay, I'm doing this. That means I can do it bigger. I have this. That means I can get more. And that was it. So money's just transacting. But then it comes to a point where now you're faced with some real debt. You're faced with some real realities of your decision making in money. And so I think only as time went on, I started to get a little bit more responsible, or aware at least, of what I was doing with money. And then I started to put it to good use. So my philosophy on money being at every stage, high, low, in between, is just why I feel that I can add value to the conversation of money.
I think at my age, 37 years old, now, money is something that I just want to always have, because I know how it feels to not have it. Right? So there's always that creative way, like you said. Like, one thing that I never took away from my beginnings was finding creative ways to still make money, right? Because before it was, oh, there's a new camera, I need it. There's a new lens, I need it. There's a new computer, I need it. Now it's like, okay, no, you have it. I have what it takes. Now I have to find creative ways still to make this paper.
You mentioned just now, you want to always have it because you know what it feels like not to have it. Tell me what that feels like.
Is it embarrassing? It's embarrassing. It's shameful. It's very low. It's very dark. It's confusing. It's frustrating. It's just this place that you just don't want to be, right? It's a place where you don't want to be, and it's a place where a lot of switches happen that probably didn't need to happen. And I mean this. You could get to a point as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, or you're running your company, and when you don't see the money, you feel like you need to change whatever it is that you're doing, right? And I think a lot of videographers that could have been are now bankers. And I think a lot of bankers are now videographers. Like, there's so many, like, you could go into a career and not get your expected end and change. But if you just, thugged it out and hustled up, and you would eventually see the end of the rainbow, so to speak, right? So I know for me, when I just started, we made nothing, right? But there was a drive to not make money, to be what I'm in, to do what I'm doing. And then I started to see the success. I started to see the money being made, and it's like, wow, like, I'm getting paid for this passion that I have. And I remember those times of not making it, not having money. It's just a place that I just don't ever want to be in again. And when you get to those places, then you start hearing, okay, what is investing? Okay, what is saving? Those times you're getting it and you're just doing whatever you want with it. But then when it's taken from you, it forces you to think or to change. And when you don't do those things, that's when it gets really like, okay, I need to change my career.
What you said just now is a really important thing, I think, not just for entrepreneurs, but I think for anybody on the topic of money, is you get to a stage where you start hearing these different lingos or languages about money, like the term investing, ROI, return on investment. You start to hear hedging. You start to hear things like interest and all that stuff, all the terminologies of money. Even the stock market, you start to hear about all these different things, diversification, but different streams of income. That's the thing. People are like, oh, I got a couple streams of income. I think that's very important, that the language of money, that you learn what that is. Yeah. Because when you don't know the language of money, if you're at a place where you're not understanding what is being talked about concerning money, you're at a disadvantage, whether in your business, in your life, because there is a level of language where money's concerned that a lot of opportunity is there. If you don't understand what that language is, it's going over you.
Yeah.
Right? In conversations, you go to the bank. I remember when I started to get educated about money, reading books, fact check, read books, reading books, learning about money, learning about the topic, learning about the language and how it's used, what it is, where it comes from, how it grows. And as I started to learn, I would go into the bank and talk different. I would ask smarter questions about it. And then more information would be revealed to me about money that would help me either in business or in my personal life. And so I feel like if you're not learning the language of money, you're at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Right?
I have to think about our little sister, right? Like that age group, right? The 20-year-old. Yeah. And it's like, remember when we were that age, right? It's like,
why don't we hear it?
right? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, no, like, you mean, why don't we hear it at that age?
At that age.
Because you're not pushed in a corner, right? So as a 30-plus-year-old man, children, home, car, and all these things, you find ways to never be in that corner where it's like, okay, you have no money, you are broke, and you're gonna lose your home, and your kids are gonna starve, and your marriage is gonna get broken, you're gonna lose your car. When you're 20,
Yikes.
you don't hear those. It's, oh, I guess I can't get those Jordans. I'm at home, I don't pay rent, I don't pay groceries, I don't have any mortgage, I don't have any bills, daddy pays it. And you're not forced to make creative decisions to make money. It's almost like, it's not that it's handed, because not every 20-year-old, and I'm not saying that every 20-year-old or even our sister is that, but just that age group, we get the opportunity to see them, and it's, the language of money is foreign to them, right? Because they could go to a job, oh, I don't like this job, okay, I'm done. I can't do that. I cannot, if I was working in a job, just, oh, I don't like this, okay, I'm done. I have things to do. Right? So thank God that I'm in I have my own business, and we're doing okay, and I'm able to do the things that I need to do at the end of every month. But when I'm 20 and I'm not making money, it's like, okay, well, on to the next. Okay, well, on to the next. So the language of money is foreign to someone that's not pushed in the corner.
Is there any good to that? To being naive to money? Because, and I asked that pause. Is there any good to being naive about money? And that question comes from this place. When you see what the pursuit of money causes people to do, day in, day out, is there anything good about not having that attachment to it or that need for it? I don't know.
I think no.
Why?
Because whether you're greedy and hungry for that pursuit of money, the guy that is greedy and the guy that is not greedy, the one thing they have in common is this: life. Right? Life still happens. The only difference between the guy that's greedy and the guy that's not greedy, or is not where he needs to be financially, is that his obligations at the end of the month are just lesser than the other guy that is greedy, that needs to make the millions a month or the 100,000s a month. But life still happens. So whether I'm chasing after money because I need to have that success, whatever that means to you, life happens and you have to make money, period. Because life says so. And the one class you can't skip is life. So yeah, there's a naiveness that is good. Like, oh, I'm not going to chase money. I'm not going to make money rule me. I'm not going to. Yeah, and that's good. But remember, Rogers is calling you still. And if you don't work, you don't have a phone. And if you don't work, you won't have car insurance. If you don't work, you won't have a car. So you don't have to, put your whole, I need this. But you need to make money. Every person needs to make money.
You don't need to love it.
You don't have to love it, but you need to
need it.
You need to love to make it, because you need to survive.
So let's talk about that quickly. When we talk about how you make it, we know we need it. Everybody needs money.
Okay.
but how you make it. I have a philosophy on how to make. I put a video out there on YouTube once about how to make $5,000 in 1 hour, right? How to go from making $15 an hour to $5,000 an hour. What is it based on? What do you need to know in order to do that? And the philosophy is very simple.
I know.
If you make $15 an hour, and first off, disclaimer, no disrespect to what anybody makes. That's none of my business, and that is your prerogative, and we should all be thankful that we can make money, period. But if you're making $15 an hour, it is because the marketplace has determined and decided that what you are doing or offering is worth $15 an hour. Based on the value that you bring to the marketplace, right? Value. It's all about value
100%.
to the marketplace. If you are doing this job, and I'm not going to say any job because I don't want to corner what anybody does, but if you do this, the marketplace says it's $15 for the hour. The moment I understand that, I say, okay, is there anything here in this place, ma'am, sir, that I can do that the market would say is worth a little bit more? Yeah. If you do this, that the marketplace says is worth $30 for the same hour. So it's not about time. And this is the trap in money, that we get caught thinking that time equals money. I'm gonna work for 8 hours and get this much. It's not about time. It's about value. So is it possible to earn $30 in the same hour as somebody who's earning 15? Yes.
100%.
Okay. Is it possible to do something that's valued at $100 in the hour?
100%.
Is it possible to do something that's valued at $1,000 in the hour?
100%.
$5,000?
100%.
You're crazy.
100%.
How do you make $5,000 in an hour?
Increase
you
your
increase your
value.
value.
Yeah.
Do something that is valued at $5,000 in 60 minutes and you make $5,000 an hour. I'm trying to gain the skills now to teach me, okay, what's valued at $50,000 for the hour? Is there something?
100%.
What about 150?
100%.
Nah. 200?
100%.
It's all about value.
100%.
It's all about value. You're not trading your time for money. You are bringing value to the marketplace and saying, how much would you pay me for that? That's my philosophy on earning. Because it's one thing. How do we make money? Get valuable. How do you get valuable now? I throw that to you. In your taking my definition there, my philosophy on money, how did you get valuable?
I have to increase my knowledge on what I do.
Knowledge.
I have to increase my experience.
And
I have to, that's all I know. I think
Knowledge
just
and
knowledge and experience. Yeah, I would say. So you increase your knowledge on what you do, because there's a lot of what you do out there. There's a lot of people that do it. Increase it, right? And your experience, you got to put yourself in more experience, like more places and more experience. So when you now showcase who you are, you have the experience behind you and you have the knowledge behind you. So I cannot be worth what you've been doing for 13 days when I've been doing it for 13 years. It can't, because the value, the experience makes me more valuable, right? So I love this topic because I think every single person has to deal with money on whatever scale that is. And I think once we shift our mind to value instead of time, it actually helps you, the entrepreneur, or you, the person, or whoever is watching this that feels, yeah, this is kind of where I am. It makes, what can I do to become more valuable, even where I am right now? But wherever you are, if there's a way for you to increase your value of where you are, then money is not much of that obstacle in your life if you increase your value. So instead of complaining about what we're not getting and what we're not making, first of all, nobody makes money. You earn money. So if you do more things to earn more money, then it's not a problem.
And I love this saying here. And I know it's like a cliche thing, but it's so true. They say first you learn, then you drop the L, right? and we talk about the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Learn. Read the books. Get to the networking event. Listen to the the expert. Listen to the thought leader. Learn. And then once you learn, drop the L, bang. And then you start to see it. In less than 25 words, answer this question.
I'll try.
Is debt good or bad?
Debt is amazing. Debt is amazing.
Why?
Because I think it's a perspective. It's just like money. Money is not bad. It's the perspective of money. Debt is not bad.
But you're shaking people up right now. You're saying,
Okay.
you're looking to our lovely viewers and you're saying debt is good. Debt is not bad.
Debt is not bad depending on your perspective. A credit card, that is not great. It's debt. But how you use the credit card can actually benefit you. Because when you go and you get your first home, oh my God, you have debt. That's a debt that you just took onto yourself. But it's an amazing debt. Now you have an asset. Now you have something that you own. If you didn't get the loan or the mortgage, you would not have the asset. So that is debt. But now if you put yourself in debt and you're not earning and you're not valuable and you're not making anything, then debt is bad. But if you position yourself in the right place where debt is good. If you position yourself to have debt and you're not earning, you're not valuable, you're not making money, you're not hustling to pay your debt, then yeah, your debt is bad. I think debt is good depending on how you perceive it.
Yeah, I like it. No, I agree. 100%.
Okay,
I like
yeah.
the answer. I think you covered all the bases. I think debt is water, right? Debt is water. Some people make a swimming pool out of it. Some people drown.
Ouch.
It all depends on the application.
100%.
It could be a pool in your backyard that you could bring friends into and benefit and have great experiences from the water, the debt. And it could also be something that if you don't know how you're getting into it, you will sink.
100%.
Right? So debt in and of itself is just a means. It's a method. It's a strategy.
Yeah.
The application and your perspective and your knowledge about debt is what will determine whether you sink or swim. So,
Wow. That's great. That's great.
that's my
Do you want to grab the quotes?
yeah.
Let's do a quick quotes before we end off.
Bang.
Random.
That's life. Get back up.
Listen, man. That is what we've been taught from we were children. I'm not even gonna go too deep into that.
Yeah.
Just say it one more time.
That's life.
That's life.
Get back up.
Listen, man. There's no point in crying over spilt milk. If we were crying over spilt milk, see, the people that cry about the spilt milk, they're the ones with the dirty kitchens.
Pause. Repeat.
The ones that cry over spilt milk, they are the ones with the dirty kitchens. What do you do with spilt milk? What do you do with spilled milk? You go, you open a drawer, you get a rag, and you clean it up.
Clean it up.
Don't cry over spilt milk.
Get back up.
Clean it up. And that's what I get from that. And that's from I understood my parents' voice. And I said, okay, so your mommy and your daddy, to this day, that is what we have been taught as children. Daddy, I hurt myself.
That's life. Get back up.
Okay, are you okay? You're good? You're good? You're good? Okay, get back out there. That's life. Get back up. What do you see from that? What do you take from that?
That's exactly what I get. Listen, if you're gonna be a risk taker, if you're gonna be a sailor, a traveler, a trailblazer,
gangster there.
yo, straight up, that's life. Get back up. As my dad said, it gets better.
Gets better.
I opened 5 stores last year. 5.
Not 1. Not
5.
Not 3.
I opened 5 stores last year.
I did 3.
You know how much I have? You know how much I have today? How many I have today? 0. I could get into what happened and this and that. But
That's
here's
life.
here's what I say to that.
That's life.
Get back up. That's it.
Straight.
those are the people who hustle, move, and evolve. Those are the people that come home and get busy.
Listen, in this crazy, crazy world where there's a lot of chaos and there's a lot of things happening around us financially,
Spilt milk.
a lot of spilt milk, there's always that place that you guys could always come and remember to hustle, to move, and to evolve. Welcome home.
Hustle, move, evolve.
Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home.